To speak, Councillor Thompson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. First of all, I too want to congratulate staff on certainly leading this particular process, which obviously coming on the heels of Minto at the outset, I imagine, was rather difficult, and a matter of trust had to develop between the local community and our city staff. And I think that the staff have done a masterful job in terms of ensuring that that occurred. I am going to move, Mr. Chair, Councillor Walker's motion, which I think we've just all had a moment to thrash through. And while I understand at the moment there isn't a full agreement at the moment, I think, though, that we really have to look at the intent of those particular motions. And it is, in my view, and Councillor Walker has been quite consistent with respect to not only the issue of the strata plan, but also with respect to the notion of a fairness monitor. I know that Councillor Walker had come to, when I was on the commission, come to our property management committee, which I chaired, and we had an opportunity to discuss this issue at length with him. He was consistent then, and it appeared during those particular discussions there were support, because this was a desire and a request by the local community to ensure that there would be a full sense of transparency and fairness across the board. And I think that comes primarily from their experience with respect to the Minto process. I think we, and Councillor Carroll's question sort of dealt with this, the issue of, how would it take place, and in fact, would it be driven by the local community? I don't think that I'm supportive of that concept of it being driven by the local community, and I was going to say, Councillor Walker, you're not proposing that, so we want to make sure that's clear. Well,
Councillor Carroll.
Thank you, Councillor Carroll, for the illustration. So I think the point I was going to make, Mr. Chair, is that we need to ensure that the motion reflects what our sense of understanding is in terms of what we want from the motion. While we want to ensure that the community is afforded a fairness during the process because of the concern, I do agree with the solicitor in essence that of her concern. But at the end of the day, this is and will be a political decision. It has to be, in essence, to reflect the interests and the concerns that the residents have had and more than likely will continue to have. And Councillor Stintz and Councillor Walker, who represent the area, are here to speak on behalf of the community. And I think that we all trust their judgment as well. And Councillor Jenkins, we continue to forget Councillor Jenkins. So, Mr. Chair, I'm, certainly, I hope that we can fine-tune, and if the solicitors have some additional advice in terms of how we can frame and adjust Councillor Walker's motion, if we need to take the component part of the citizens' component out of it, but it still reflectively and to the point addresses the issue and ensure that their concerns are met through that particular process. I don't know whether or not Councillor Walker would agree with that we take, if we see, maybe if staff can actually just put the motion back on the board, please. Well, I'm simply the fairness monitor. We would remove the citizens component part that you initially had in there.
You mean the local community?
The local community.
Okay, well, you got to put in the local councillors.
Well,
sorry, Mr. Chair, I'm speaking, but we're tweaking it as we go along because I want to make sure that we have something we can work.
There's no remuneration
So,
for this.
appointment of affairs, except with this. Well, I don't.
okay,
see how
we have the motion in front of us. We understand that.
Right,
Take
fair
it
enough.
out.
Okay.
Okay, we've taken it out.
Sure, take it out.
You okay?
All
Okay.
right.
No,
So,
I'm not.
no,
Take it
you-
out anyways.
Okay.
Take a half.
Councillor
Okay.
Thompson.
Sir, thank you, Mr. Chair. Councillor Walker may not be happy, but I think it does help, and it really does do what he actually wants, Mr. Chair. So with that, I want to just thank the staff and certainly thank the community for the engagement process and the great work that they've done to work with their local councillors.
Okay, great. Thank you.